Hello everyone, hope you're having an excellent day today. I'm doing pretty good as usual. A little tired as usual too. I had a busy week, had a busy last weekend. Me and Steve were both in Tampa, had a great time. You can actually watch a live stream with me and Grumpy J walking around, showing off some of the models. It started out great. The audio was fantastic at the beginning, and then it started to get a little bit of static or maybe a little bit too high of gain. I'm not sure. I can play around with the settings and see what kind of went wrong, but sorry about the audio issues. You can still see some cool mocks on a little bit of a shaky view. But yeah, today we're back in the studio. We're back in our home for a weekend, a little break between conventions. We'll be going to another one next weekend. But for now, taking a little break from disassembling mocks to build some of my backlog. So let's talk about some of the sets we have to look at today. First of all, we've got Baby Grogu, aka the Child, back in 2020, I believe this set came out. So this is a very popular set when it first came out, and then I think they made a few too many of them, and it actually ended up getting on sale. So I was able to acquire this at Costco for I think about $60, so not too bad. This has about 1,000 pieces, and would be a pretty fun build. I don't usually do Star Wars stuff. I know a lot of people who watch my channel do enjoy Star Wars stuff, so that would be fun. The build itself is very sculpture though, so we would be working with a lot of dark tan small plates. So it might be a little bit tedious of a build, but we could have a nice chat while building it, so that's one option. The next option we have is from the Lego Movie 2. It is the pop-up party bus. I actually bought this set a long time ago when it was on sale. Again, I think this was a whopping $30 or $40 when I got it. This was a very discounted set. I don't think the movie was bad. I also think that the sets were good. I just don't know why they didn't resonate with people as much and they weren't sold as much. Maybe they made too many again. The Lego Movie 1 sets sold pretty well. Lego Movie 2, some of them did not. Some of these were on sale. I think less people checked out the sequel. But yeah, I got this because I love those transparent purple windscreens and pieces. Teal is a great color, azure, coral, and a bunch of fun figures and pieces too. So this is a fantastic deal for what it was. And this would be fun to build too. So we'll be potentially building this one. There's a poll in the chat, so hit which option you most want to see. But we'll talk about the last one here. This is the Friends Andrea's Theater School, another set that I got. This one, I actually believe I paid full price for. However, $100 for 1,150 pieces is still a good deal. Have a bunch of figures, and I kind of got this with the thought that I would make a Muppet Theater out of it. However, I don't want to do that mock anymore. I've seen other people do it very well, and I don't think I have anything to add to that conversation. So this is just a parts pack now. All these sets will be parted out at some point, but I want to enjoy the building experience before I do that. So there's some amazing pieces though. There's teal on the outside. There's some white columns, big fabric curtains. It looks like tan is the primary color. Very useful pieces all throughout. All these sets are really good for pieces. So yeah, all these will eventually be taken apart. I won't be displaying or keeping any sets, but we'll have a fun time building it. But before we do that, let's read the comments and let people get their chance to vote on what they think they want to see me build. But we got Cross Airborne Customs is here bright and early. Good to see you, Cross. Thank you for tuning in. And Grogu, I choose Grogu. I knew you'd like Star Wars, Cross. I'm glad we have that option for you. I don't know if everyone else will vote for it. We'll see. Grumpy J is here bright and early as well. I choose all of them. So we can only work on one set, and whether we even finish that one set remains to be seen, but at least we can give it our best shot and build. I imagine we could build at least most of a set if I get to building quickly, and we build for, I know we'll be building for at least an hour. I think I can go for 2, no problem. We'll see. I just ordered the Wolfpack one. Oh, so Ryan commented earlier, evening all, I just saw the Tampa video, Grumpy. Anyone else see the battle packs at the bottom of the Creator 3-in-1 Castle? So apparently, if you go to the Creator 3-in-1 Castle listing on Lego.com, they have these like castle minifigure battle packs that they call them. You can get a little pack of minifigures kind of pre-loaded into your cart on the pick or brick on Lego.com. It's cool that Lego wants to sell pieces of minifigures individually. I think that's a very wise strategy. They'll make a lot of money, so good that they're making it easy for people to buy those pre-made figures. So. Very cool. I just ordered the Wolfpack one. Yeah, absolutely worth ordering some castle figures like that. Very good deal for sure. Bunch of emojis. You got SFAM Studios, Cross Airborne Customs dropping all the exclusive member emojis. Appreciate you guys. Tim is here. Good to see you, Tim. Hope you're doing well. And let's see, UFO Bricks is here as well, and we're starting to see opinions towards the party bus from UFO Bricks and his fam studios, so good to see that. James McGee, good to see you, James. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, how is everyone doing today? Seems to be doing pretty good. There's a lot of happy emojis in the chat, so there's a lot of positivity going on, which is fantastic. So, Okai is here. Good to see you, Okai. Hi, I'd say let's bring the party with the party bus. It's got some great techniques. Then again, maybe a simple build like Grogu might be better for a stream. It's a set. All these will be easy to do a live stream for Okai, but it's basically whatever flavor you want me to go for. I think the Grogu build will be fun, but more simple. The party bus would be a lot more colorful, maybe more interesting. I would honestly lean towards the party bus, but whatever wins the poll will be chosen in another minute or two. So, but yeah, good to see you, Okai. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Let's go on the party bus. So Grumpy's on the party bus, the bandwagon. I recently found out that if you stick a Grogu head on the micro figure, it will look really cursed. Yeah, so a Grogu head on a micro figure, I can see that happening. There's uncanny combinations for sure. So, Anselm is here. Good to see you, Anselm. Glad I caught this in time. Yeah, you're bright and early, Anselm. Good to see you. And the Travel Snobs are here. Good to see you, Travel Snobs. Thank you for tuning in. Love the name. Let's see. Bring the alt votes for Grogu. Oh, Cross wants to see Grogu so bad. We'll see. Let's see what the votes look like here. Let me click this out. Okay, so 25% for Grogu, 25% for theater, and looks like 50% of the people who selected their votes, all 20 of them, said the party bus. So I think we're going to go with the party bus today. That seems to be a pretty heavy sway towards that one. These will all be built at some point. They're all in my backlog. They all need to be built, enjoyed, and disassembled at some point. So have no fear, Cross, and those who voted for Friends. We will eventually get to those sets, but right now I think Party Bus is going to be the one we go for. Thank you everyone for voting, and we'll go ahead and get started because we do want to make some progress on the set. We don't want to hang around all evening, but let me get to the building camera here. Perfect. There we go. Make a little room. Party Bus. I remember I actually bought this set on Bricklink, if I'm not mistaken, because this has been in stores for a while during its tenure. When was this? 2019. 2019 was a while ago, guys. But yeah, I got this on Bricklink probably several years later. Somebody had it new sealed. It was like $30, I think, and I'm like, that's a good deal. And I'll pay a little bit extra shipping because I'm making a huge order on something. I forget what I was buying at the time, but good set. So let's go ahead and open it up, though. All the Lego Movie sets from both the first movie and the second movie were fantastic, and some of them went pretty collectible on us. Some of the first movie ones can be a little tricky to track down, and the second movie Apocalypseburg set has a really expensive Harley Quinn minifigure, so that set is like $800, I think. It's crazy. So very expensive. A lot of good pieces. Very nice. Well, we might I don't know if I don't think we'll be saving the box. I think we may be recycling that one. That's a pretty hefty instruction booklet there. You can see we've also got some stickers. This is before they went to paper bags, so the audio is going to be terrible. But that is what it is. Oh, hi! What are we doing? Teaver, we are catching up on some backlog. I might get the scissors out one more time. We're catching up on some Lego backlog sets, making it easy for me so I don't have to start a new build in between conventions. And we're building the party bus. The party bus is the one that's going to be worked on tonight. I don't know if we'll finish. I'm a slow set builder. I don't do these to be fast. But we should have a good time. There's 8. There's 1. That's useful. I'm going to kind of organize these real quick at the beginning. Okay, there's some reasonably sized bags of pieces here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's put our... Look at this windscreen. That's actually really cool. This reminds me of Spyrius. Does anyone remember? No, not Spyrius. Spybotics. Same thing. Spybotics. In the early 2000s had these crazy remote-controlled vehicles that were like a Mindstorms block, but with some fancy accessories, basically. But they had a purple one in this color, and it even was similar shape. I think I have that set in my backlog. I should go get it and make a comparison sometime. Maybe make a new version of it with this windscreen, because this is sick. It's a big Boba Fett windscreen there. The Slave One, aka the fire spray, the new Disney term for it. But yeah, that's a sick piece. That's basically the reason I bought this set, so I'd have access to this. I don't even know what Space Faction would use purple, but maybe you could get really creative with it. Sounds good. Let's open the first bag though. Look at these gear pieces too. Yeah, this will be a fun set to build. I'm glad the Party Bus won. I would have been happy to build any of them, but this is the most colorful and interesting build I think we could do. And I feel like a number of people will have gotten this set in the past, but this is my first time building it, so good stuff. Alright, let's open the instructions. Have a look. We got all the warnings in all the languages. This is like 20 different languages, 30 different languages. So. Alright. You can use the app or you can use the book. We're going to use the book because we're old school like that. Although, honestly, I could just boot it up on my phone because I have the app. Here we go. Let's see where the chat is. Whatever is picked, I'm happy as long as it's Lego. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of my vibes as well, Tim. I bought all these sets on purpose, on my own choice, so I would be happy to build any of these. I just haven't gotten around to any of them over the years. So, that's going to change, though. We'll start working on some of them right now. And one thing I thought was unusual about these sets when they first came out, I can actually switch to the other camera real quick. They had Friends figures, and look at this gigantic pink afro. This is awesome. But they had these Friends figures with system minifigures. I don't know if there's any in this set, but there's at least 2 Friends-style mini dolls here, and that's the first one. The afro rocker here. I love it. That pink hairpiece is amazing. Looks like a giant raspberry. So cool. Alright, switching back to the build camera, though. Here we go. Where are we? Let's start building with some of these coral pieces. I'm a Star Wars fan through and through. I get it, Cross. Star Wars is a great theme. It's probably the best thing that's happened to Lego since Bionicle. No, actually, I think Star Wars predates Bionicle. Yeah, by a couple years. No, Star Wars is super popular. I'm sad that some of the new sets are a little bit expensive and miniaturized, but other than that, Star Wars is great. So. Remember me from the LEGO convention with the Ryloth mock? Ooh, it was a while ago, the Travel Snobs, but yes, glad you guys are here. Yeah, we go to a lot of shows, and we meet a lot of people, but I remember the Ryloth mock for sure, but yes. Teaver says, I bricklinked the purple canopies, need to do something with them one of these days. Yeah, I'm sure these pieces are actually probably relatively affordable, because these sets were very affordable. They were on sale for very cheap. I imagine you could have gotten this for, you know, probably maybe $20, $30. No problem back in the day. So, Mark, I think I read the poll wrong, but I'm pretty sure the winner is Spyrus. You know what, James? I think you're right that Spyrus did absolutely win a poll. But we're not going to do that today just because I'm being lazy. This is a lot easier than trying to build a Spyrus mock live. The Spyrus mock is actually going to take a little bit of planning because I want it to be super advanced. I want there to be all these pop-up stuff, sliding doors, a lot of actual physical play features. And because of that, it's going to be more challenging than normal. So not a live stream build. But we'll have to get to some mock building eventually. I know landscaping is particularly easy to do when I'm doing a live stream. So we'll be building some castle landscapes for fun pretty soon. I want to get into some castle again. That would be a lot of fun. More medieval stuff, I think, is in the future for sure. But probably not till end of this month. We'll probably won't see any significant mock progress till a little bit because got another convention coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. And then another convention after that. And then we got a nice break in September. We'll be able to build some really good stuff. But yeah. So unfortunately, my other commitments taking precedence for a little bit. But we'll be back. Never worry, never fear. We shall return. We'll do live streams as we can between all that stuff. So, Benny's spaceship. Oh, that's a sweet one. Benny's spaceship. I don't own that one, but I might build one at some point because it's basically like all the gray and blue pieces in a big wedge shape. That would do the trick. James says, oh, I got that comment. Anselm says, I wish I would have bought more of the Lego movie sets when they were on shelves, but I was broke then. I also didn't have a ton of spending money for them when they were coming out, but that's why when the sale happened, I was able to purchase this one, but not too many others. So I think I could have stood to buy a few more as well. Ooh, yeah, interesting pieces. These will be useful. Little bits of coral here and there. I don't know what I'm building. Is this a creature or is this part of the bus? I guess we'll find out eventually. A lot of these pieces would have been brand new back when the set came out, but now they're a little bit more common. I think coral was pretty revolutionary color back in 2019. Jennifer Knight says, "Oh hey, I remember this set. Yeah, it's been a few years, right? That's kind of my backlog, is a bunch of older stuff. So this is my first time building it. I'm sure this is not a surprise for some viewers, but yeah, if you have any memories of building Lego Movie stuff, let me know. Be curious to hear. And I'm enjoying it so far. All these colors are going to be super useful for all sorts of projects. I'm thinking mostly sci-fi stuff because of the bright color schemes. But maybe Castle needs some more color. It's not just all gray. We'll see. Need a 1x4? There we go. Trying to keep things organized by keeping it in this bin. We'll see if that actually works. I think the last set build I was doing was an adventurers one. It got a little bit all over the place for a minute, but we were able to clean up a little bit. So, yellow 1x2, couple 1x1 bricks. Yeah, my favorite Lego Movie is the first Lego Movie with Emmett and the gang, and the original story. It's very iconic. The second Lego Movie, just the Emmett and Wild Style storyline, I thought it was alright. It wasn't quite as clear and profound a storyline. I thought it was a little bit convoluted, maybe. I thought the evil Emmett, what was his name? Rex Dangervest is what he renamed himself. I thought he was alright. I wasn't like wowed by the twist villain. I think it's a little bit of a cliche, but it was alright. I still watched it, still enjoyed it. But yeah, the Lego Batman movie was a lot of fun too. That's one of my favorites. And then the Lego Ninjago movie I thought was funny. There were definitely some hilarious moments, especially with Garmadon and Lloyd. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily my favorite either, just because it changed a lot of the story of the original Ninjago characters and it wasn't quite the same. But you know how it is. Are you excited for Lego Masters Jr.? I am excited. I have my Hulu subscription primed. I don't have cable, so I have to improvise. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think it's funny though because the young kids who were in the show at the time, they are now like years older, several years older. So it'll be interesting if I ever get to meet any of these young builders at a convention, for example, and be able to say, like, they're probably already thinking about like high school and college at this point. They are no longer grade school kids, so it's going to be very hilarious and interesting to see that that change. So, because as an adult doing Lego Masters over 18, once you're like in your 20s, it's basically all the same until you reach certain milestones. But so a year or two waiting for editing and such isn't going to affect you too much. But kids, it's kind of a different story, so I think it's going to be funny. BDD Builds. Good to see you, BDD Builds. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm a little behind on comments. I'm going to speed read a few. I remember Spybotics. The commercials made them look so cool, and I got one and it was pretty lame. Yeah, it's just a remote control car at best. And then with a few action poses, things maybe. But, oh yeah, they were the coolest thing ever in the advertising. I think that's how most of the spy stuff back then really was, though, especially like the night vision goggles were like super popular, but they actually made it even harder to see at night versus actually doing anything. it was fun. And yeah, we were not building a part of the vehicle. We were building a little character, and I love this. This is like a llama? What is this? Is this a flamingo? What creature was this? It's adorable. It's got ears, a nose. It's got like a little is this a horse? Got a little mane and a little tail. That's great. I love it. Really quite good design, honestly. So, all right, we're getting to the bus now. Let's keep moving with the pieces here. Googly Greg says, can you do a Galador 12-hour build challenge? Googly, it's definitely going to happen one of these days. I just need to have 2 equally awful themes to kind of pit against it in the poll. Then we'll be good to go. I was thinking of having it be Galador, possibly Nexo and Chima or Jackstone or something like that. We'll see. Eventually I do want to do that because it would just be hilarious. It'd be so much fun. Grumpy J says, well, the Tiki Bar is now stronger and a little bigger, too. Bigger? Grumpy J, it was a pretty sizable mock when I saw it just last weekend. So that should be exciting to see. Yeah, I'm glad the Tiki Bar is still together. I was a little bit sad when you said, oh, I'm going to tear it down, do something new. I'm like, hey, I get it. I understand. But I'm glad you've decided to just kind of revamp it, make it easier to move. I think people did enjoy that. I think Tiki Bar, you got the stage, all these kind of fun, relatable presentations. I think it's pretty cool. So. Yeah, and I think Grumpy and Rob Claxton and maybe more will be at the Atlanta show in just another week. So that windscreen would be good in trans orange, so you could use it in your Ice Planet mocker ship. Oh, I wish this windscreen came in a few more colors for sure, Tim. I think it's purple and clear at least. There might be one other color somewhere, but maybe yellow, trans yellow. But purple's unique, so I'm gonna have to figure out something for that one of these days after the bus is built and disassembled. Yes, we are so excited about LEGO Masters Junior. Yes, it should be fun to watch. I'm just curious to see how the show is structured compared to the normal one, because maybe the builds are like there's different challenges. What are they going to do that's unique to this show? We'll see. Or is it just all copied from the the adult version? Cross says, well, got to go. Be back later. Take care, Cross. Enjoy your evening. No worries. I'm building slow because I'm chatting so much. I got to speed build and chat at the same time. And not make any mistakes and have to undo them. I've watched Grumpy streams. I know what happens when you get a little discombobulated sometimes. I've done it before too. I remember my first set building live stream. I had to undo a few steps because I got messed up. Haven't had to do that in a while if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the Adventures one I undid a few pieces. Hit the undo button and redo it a little bit. Lots of the colors on this set are insane. Yeah, they got azures, you got dark pink, lavender, purple, coral, white, black. It's very vibrant. Friends space sets use trans purple. Hey, more trans purple there. I could acquire some of those. I'm guessing those are affordable now too, unless they've retired and then they raise the price of them. That happens sometimes. A good color to use. I think that trans purple and white isn't the best combo in my opinion. I know it's dark and light, but I think there's got to be something more interesting for trans purple to coincide with. We'll see. So true, Teaver. What did Teaver say? Harder, faster, better, stronger. Exactly. More medieval mocks? Heck yeah. Yeah, medieval mocks are the way to go. BD builds for sure. Spaceship, spaceship, spaceship. How that Benny spaceship was called the Galaxy Explorer. That's, I mean, debatable, T-Bear. Because the set from the movie is called Benny's Spaceship, 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 if I'm not mistaken. But the, yeah, the real thing that's based off of is called the Galaxy Explorer. So, I think Benny is the pilot of the Galaxy Explorer in my headcanon, but yeah, I guess it's a debatable subject. Let's see. One lavender brick there. And some unusual slopes. Jennifer Knight said, I remember when the Lego Movie 2 came out, I got 10 copies of Benny's Space Squad set. Yes, Jennifer, that's a really wise purchase. Because those have gone up quite a bit. That's for sure has gone up because of the amazing classic space minifigures. The pink one is probably the hardest to find. Maybe the yellow one too. Yeah. Tricky. I remember getting, I think it was 4 or 5 of those as well. And then they started climbing in price. And then they made a few more. And then they have gone back up again, I'm sure. So, but great sets. Great to get some more classic space minifigures. Just straight up classic space minifigures in a little set. It was like a little $10, $15 set. It was awesome. Mark, did you see my video of the Lego show here in New Zealand? I'm not the greatest videoer, but I try. I have not seen it, Tim. I've been gone. I've been away for a number of days, but I'll have to check it out after the stream at some point, because that sounds like a lot of fun. And don't worry about your video skills. You've seen my streams. Me and Grumpy were struggling with the audio in our last stream. That was my bad. There was a technical issue with my phone, or the cord connecting or something. But yeah, no worries about your video skills yet, Tim. It's really just a lot of practice and a lot of money for the tech involved. So, Centru here is good. Centru is here. Hope he's doing good. Hello all. What's the build this evening? We are working on the party bus, Centru. This is a older set. It was a on sale set that I got a long time ago, the pop-up party bus. And it's just got a bunch of great parts. Very colorful, very fun. It beat out the likes of Grogu and friends behind me here, so it was the popular choice. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really liking the bright colors. As long as my camera doesn't, flashbang everyone, we're good to go. Yeah, doing good, Century. Jennifer Knight says, which was a lot for me because I was 17 at the time. Yeah, so yeah, when this set came out, I was also a number of years younger and a number of years, just didn't have a lot of money. So. But you got to make those sacrifices to get those classic space astronauts for sure. Yeah, I should have got more of the squad pack. I think it was like 5 or 6, maybe a few more. It was enough. It was enough to have a nice little squad. So, Tim, I saw it. It looked like a fun time. I have not seen that. Grumpy J has seen it. I have not seen that. Movie was alright. The Ninjago movie is the best out of all of them. I'm being genuinely serious. Hey, I get it. People really enjoyed the humor in that one, I'm sure, and the characters, and yeah, it was well done. All the Lego movies look great. So, yeah. Who even has cable anymore? Good question, Teaver. Probably not many. It's a pretty cool horse. Oh, it's a horse. Okay, I was wondering what animal that was, so good to know. It was a horse, of course. Where's the inverted slope? Is there an inverted slope? There's supposed to be one more. No way we're missing a piece. That'd be crazy. Oh, no, I just built it wrong. Okay. I was confused. Thankfully, it's not an undo. It's just a wrong piece happening here. There you go. White plate. That goes on the side. I think we're starting to build components of the bus now. Because this is like the back wall, if I'm not mistaken. Are you opening another bag? Not yet. We just need Azure 1x2 plate, which would be useful on Ice Planet, but we're not doing that right now. Not sure how much we're going to expand on Ice Planet, given that it's filling up a large bin very comfortably. We'll find out. Okay, that looks about right. Alright, some coral pieces. When I first saw this color, it was before it was released, the coral color. It was actually, I was at a Lego factory tour in Billund, and they said there's a, non-released color, just don't take any pictures, don't tell anyone. And I saw it immediately, this beautiful coral color. I'm like, oh, is that like salmon? What are we calling that? He's like, it's called coral, but yes. The tour guide was very helpful. So, and I thought that was super interesting to see it. This was, would have been early 2018. I think. So yeah, just a little before these sets came out. So looks like a zebra to us. Oh, it might be a zebra. It's got a lavender color scheme. The black kind of muzzle face area might be a zebra. That makes sense. Roaming Lego is here. Good to see you, Roaming Lego. Do you have enough Galador parts to do anything with? Pretty much, Steve. I got like a couple gallon bags of Galador parts and most of the sets now. So I'm just missing one set. So I could build quite a bit. Oh, Zeb, Zebi, Zebe. I don't know. He's a zebra. Okay, good to know. Zebra is cool. I fell into peer pressure, so it'll be around for a while. Hey, I think it was a good choice, even if other people were pressuring you to make it. So I think that was it'll be fun. What is this happening here? So hold on. Did I misspell something? I might have made a mistake, guys. I did make a mistake. Oh, okay. It's not a crazy mistake though. I got carried away. You do this. I got 4 pieces wrong. It's okay. That's the nice thing about Lego. You can undo a mistake with a little bit of extra attention. All right, put that right there, and this on top. And that's like the chassis of the party bus right there. This is a parts-intensive build, which I'm okay with, because this will be taken apart one day. Okay. Awesome. Oh, and Roaming Lego sent 1 Markiplier with gift memberships. Well, thank you, Roaming Lego. Appreciate it. And one of the viewers got it. So. Jennifer Knight said, oh, hey, I got one of your shirts, by the way. I got the green crystal one. I'm planning on collecting some more soon. Hey, Jennifer Knight, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm actually wearing one of my new shirt designs. It's the Markiplier with logo. And it looks just like my logo on the screen. So I'm happy to have this. It's very personal to me. So, but thank you for purchasing that shirt, Jennifer. I really appreciate you. There are some cool designs. Link in the description if anyone wants to find them. It's my website, and then just go straight to the shop. You can't miss it. So, Jennifer, I got his logo one in black. Yeah, that's a good one to get. I like this light blue color, but the black one, I usually wear black T-shirts, so that's. Want to make sure there were a lot of that color T-shirts available. There we go. And we got some wheel wells going on here. Some mud guards. And some more pieces here. So that goes there. And that goes there. Interesting. These are for like rotating gears for the, I'm guessing, dancers in the bus, because I've seen the box art many times. Oh, these beautiful coral pieces. I remember I also acquired a lot of these coral elements on the picker brick wall not too long after they came out in, I think it was this set or similar sets where these pieces came from. And so I got a bunch of these coral curved tiles here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. So you got a big, it's kind of bright light in that direction, but big spinning gear there. Nice. And 2 smaller purple ones here and here. Those work really well. Little turntable. Does a trick. Let me show you guys. I think that's cool. See? It's neat. I like it. This set has been fun so far. I see you don't null your pieces when set building. No, why would I do that, Tiva? That's a waste of time. If I'm sorting pieces, it's to put them back where they belong, not to have them on the table to build. They're right there. Just look. You save probably a few seconds of time looking for pieces, but you waste all of that time organizing them. So no, it's like, why would you do that? I know it's satisfying for some people, but I do not do that. We've had a guy at our show 3D'ing Lego faction shields, and I thought I bought the Wolfpack shield. 3D printing Lego shields would be pretty cool. That sounds fun. Will you be at BrickCon in 3 weeks? I'm attending virtually. Nice. Okay. I did not know you could attend virtually. But I will not be able to attend either way. I think I will. If that's in September, I'll be busy building mocks. I got to get some castle creations cooking. Got to get back on the track. I got to make more 24-hour castle builds, because that's by far my most popular video. So I want to get back into that vein again soon. So, but yeah, BrickCon is always an amazing convention over in Seattle, right? Yeah, I think it's Seattle. And it's yeah, the models, the mocks are incredible. Some of the best around for sure. One day I'll attend when I have time to see it in person and enjoy all of the sights. So, but not immediately. I got some things to get done. It's a long ways away. It's literally the opposite side of the country, about 3,000 miles away. So it's an expensive flight, and it would be a nearly impossible drive. I can only drive for about 12 hours before I'm done and don't want to drive anymore. Is it too late to get registered to display for the upcoming Atlanta show? I've been moving and haven't had the time to sit down and do it. Sandra, I don't think you can. It's only a week away, and the space that they've reserved for that convention is small. It's like a tiny portion of the convention center. So I don't think they will have any room. You can reach out to them, but I think at this point you might be a little too late. It is going to be, like I said, pretty small. So just, Sandra, focus on the Atlanta one. That's the, not the Atlanta one. The February one. The one in February is so much bigger, grander, Try to make it to that one if you can, if it's in your schedule at all, because that one is huge, a lot of fun, highly recommended. So, what am I doing? Okay, got some accessory pieces going on here. Anything else? Just these tiles. They want me to put stickers on the tiles. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I will be removing them, so we'll see. Might just be leaving that as is for now. I haven't had to open another bag yet. We're almost there, I think. Let's see. We just got a handful of pieces left on the table. Then we'll get started on the next part of the build. Bag 1. We've already blown through a lot of our time already, guys. We are not gonna get that. We are not gonna get this set done at the rate I'm going. I'm just, you know, I want to enjoy your time. Don't want to freak out about anything. I want to chat with people. I want to talk. If I don't talk, this would be an extremely dull live stream. You know how boring this would be if I wasn't just chatting constantly? It'd be like annoyingly boring. No one would watch that. Halo Enjoyers here. Yo, what's up? Good to see you, Halo Enjoyer. Thanks for stopping by. We were just building a older Lego Movie 2 set, the Party Bus. It's been pretty fun so far. Got some fun techniques happening, and I'm enjoying it. Nothing too crazy, though. A lot of people have gotten this set before. It's older. It's from 2019, I think it was. 2019? So good stuff. Roaming Lego said, I would love to see Grogu getting assembled. We'll have to do Grogu at some point. He's right behind me. He lost by a few votes this time, but eventually Grogu will happen for sure, Roaming Lego. It's nice meeting you at the Tampa BrickCon. I hope you're doing good, man. Doing good, Halo Enjoyer. We got back safe and sound from the convention. Had a great time there. We'll be going to another Lego convention in just a few days, another week or so. We'll be going to one that's much closer, an hour away on the north side of Atlanta, so we'll be enjoying that for sure. Let's move these extra pieces out of the way. Right there. Let's open the next bag. Yeah. I'm enjoying the live stream. Am I getting a lot of building done? No. I'm even slow on reading the comments, but it is what it is. I'm going to try and speed up on some of these comments here. Jennifer Knight sent 5 Marco 4 with gift memberships. Thank you so much, Jennifer Knight. And thank you, Roaming Lego, earlier. You guys are doing great. Appreciate you guys. Welcome in, everyone. Make sure to smash the like button. Absolutely Grumpy. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Feel free to hit the like button. It is free to do so, and it helps the channel a lot. Want to help the channel? Hit that like button. All right, let's read through some of these comments here. Jennifer's also encouraging people to hit the like button. Appreciate you guys. Okai says, I never got the Space Squad set because I felt it was overpriced. I didn't know how good we had it back then. Yeah, it wasn't cheap. It was like $15 or $20. It was like, and for the amount of parts that were with it, it was not a good deal. But those 3 figures eventually absolutely made it worth that price. Because I think those, was it only $10? Then I think $10 for 3-4 figures is actually a good deal. So, did it have Benny too? That's why it has 4 figures. My memory is pretty bad. That was a number of years ago for me. I didn't think it was a bad deal. I remember hearing that complaint that it wasn't a good deal, but I'm like, they're classic space figures. Those have been expensive for years. So. I'm glad I was able to acquire a number of them. I have plenty of pink and yellow astronauts. So 2 side builds. The builds were small. The builds were like basically non-existent. They were tiny vehicles. So, all right. Let's see what we got here. We're working on the front part of the bus now. We'll be able to put this big windscreen in pretty quickly, I imagine. One of those, 2 of these. On either side. We've got our the zebra. So how was the show you and Steven went to? Tim, it was pretty good. Me and Steven were surprised by how many people recognized us from the show, wanted to get our autograph or take a picture with us. There were a lot of people that were talking about us about the latest season and how we were briefly there for a little cameo on one of the episodes and were shown at the end in the finale with the other winners from previous seasons, so that was fun. But yeah, great time. We do a couple of our little panels while we're there. We talk up stage and talk about LEGO Masters with the other LEGO Masters contestants, and all those were absolutely packed and 3 deep standing in the back. So it was really cool to have that much attendance and interest in LEGO Masters, so very fun. But yeah, thanks for asking, Tim. We have to go now. Have an awesome time, everyone. Make sure to like the stream. Yes, thanks, SVM Studios. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You can catch the replay if you want to watch it later. So, Has anyone motorized the new Ford Bronco set yet? I imagine someone has, Tim. You could probably look it up on YouTube, I imagine. Yeah, the Technic one. VLC is here. Hold on, I lost my comment. Where we go? There we go. VLC. Good evening, everyone. It's very late here. Oh my goodness, VLC. Yes, it probably is. If you're in another country, especially Europe, it's probably pretty late right now. Malistair is here. Good to see you, Malistair. Thanks for tuning in. Croatia, yeah, it's going to be very, very late in Croatia. Thank you for tuning in at such a late hour. Appreciate you. James McGee says, I always enjoy looking for a piece and having to replace it with my own collection, just to find it on the floor 5 minutes later. That happens, James, for sure. I've done the exact same thing numerous times. Alright, we're back with some headlight bricks here. Or a headlight brick, I should say. Maybe not all the headlight bricks. One right there. Oh, a couple of these 1x2 by 2 bricks. Right there and there. That'll work. Grumpy J says the Orc Mock is coming to Atlanta, but it won't be finished as I need it to be. But it's going to be there to eat the dwarves. You gotta show up those dwarves, Grumpy J. You know what I'm saying? I at least want to see some orc minifigures, some trolls and goblins and stuff. That'd be fun. VLC says, look, Grumpy, I'm grumpy too. I know, Jennifer, I had no idea what I was thinking. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hopefully we're able to acquire at least a couple of those space figures later. I'm sure they are not cheap anymore, though. I haven't even looked it up. I imagine they're $15, $20 at this point, which is unfortunate. Maybe more. VLC also has the Grumpy Gnome figure. That's great. That is fun. That is very hilarious. Fat Daddy Bricks is here. Good to see you, Fat Daddy Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Andre is here as well. Good to see you, Andre. Thanks for tuning in. He's putting the small bag parts in with the big ones. Yeah, I don't care, Jennifer. I am chaotic. Was there a small bag? Yeah, I just went... I just dumped it in there. Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. Darkside Brick Circus says, hey, man, hope all's well. Glad to catch you live. Good to see you, Darkside Brick Circus. Doing well. Back for a weekend between shows and thought I would build some backlog sets. So just really taking my time with this one. We've been streaming for 43 minutes and I've gotten 2 bags done. I'm so slow at building sets. But it's, you know, it's my time to chat, have fun. It's not a contest. I tell you what, Lego Masters really took all the speed building right out of me. I haven't had the desire to do that in years. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be slow as a Lego builder now. Although I will say in the 12 and 24 hour builds, I do kick it into a little bit higher gear. Maybe not as fast as I used to be though. What are we doing? Plates on top? No. Just a brick. A couple bricks. Oh, interesting. Right? We're getting a big speaker system put in here, and I can almost guess that this is going to be with these guys. Because if they're all... This is a party bus, they're going to have gigantic subwoofers. And is there a... Yeah, there's one of these. I'm not going to put the sticker on because I think that's a cool sticker, and I might want to save it for something. Steven might want it for his Sentai City. So I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, not applying stickers because I plan on taking this build apart pretty quickly afterwards. Now we're working on the cockpit for the bus here. The front cab area. Let's do that. Is that going to fit? Where does that go on? Oh, it goes down there. Ah, nice. Okay. That fits nicely. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. Make sure I'm not missing any important comments. As there's still more down there. I'm probably way behind on comments. I apologize, everyone. Hiss! Sorry, Jennifer. I can't believe you. I know, Jennifer. I apologize. Halo Enjoyer says, bye, y'all. It's been fun. Take care, Halo Enjoyer. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Maybe some Halo involved. A couple days ago, I checked the Lego site. Saw a couple of really new, really cool looking friend sets. Loving the much grander and more colorful style of the city sets. Yeah, new friend sets are great. City sets are, like, I think it's good they're getting back into vehicles, like construction vehicles specifically. But yeah, the Lego friend sets are amazing. The designers are going nuts, and I love it. So Tim says, you and Steven are Lego celebrity now. I mean, a little bit, Tim. Especially if the convention advertises the fact that we're going to be there and people might watch the show before they show up. So, yeah, it works out well for us, yes. Friends surpassed City by miles in the 10-year anniversary overall. Yeah, I think Friends is one of the more, like, interesting, vibrant themes around now. So, glad to see that. Hopefully it does well. I would like to see that theme continue for a while. I think the characters are fun too. Sad that they moved on from the originals, but they can't be like in high school forever. I think it's good that they did finally refresh after 10 years. It makes sense. Yeah, so I haven't seen the show or anything, but I'm sure it's pretty fun to watch too. It's on Netflix. I should watch it. But yeah, I'm also busy. Gotta build castles. Let's put some more white bricks down. 1x4 and a 1x1 right there. We might have to do a little update on what the build is happening so far for those who have not built this like me. But we got the cab of the bus starting to form. This is actually kind of plain right now. I think we'll be putting some tiles across here like pinstriping, and then the inside you can get a subwoofer and a little dance floor happening in there. This is going to be a sizable vehicle, probably too big for most Lego City streets. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, we got all that. Moving on. One of these bad boys right there. And this right here. Isn't it 1x1? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. This is for the front windscreen connectivity, I believe. These nice light lime, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the color. 1x1 bricks with 2 studs on the side. Okai says, what is the ultimate challenge for someone who crushed it on Lego Masters? Try to build a set on stream. Yes, Okai, that's exactly what it is. It's just like, oh no, I can't build this set fast enough on the live stream because I'm talking too much. That's the bane of my existence at this point. It's not building big stuff. It's not trying to constantly one-up yourself. It's this 6-year-old Lego set that's slowing me down. That's what it is. The ultimate challenge is trying to not say cool while building an ice block. Yes. And what's funny is I'm not even like describing like the temperature. I'm just saying this looks cool, or I think that's cool. It's usually when responding to a comment, I'm like, that's a cool thing that you like. And I say cool, and then thankfully there's none of that happening tonight. None of that shenanigans. Where am I? Both sides, 4, got that 1x6 brick right there. Corner brick to catch up there. Looking nice and symmetrical-ish. I think the reason we haven't built this wall is because we have a big hinge opening so that you can play inside this bus easily, which is, makes total sense. Let's do a mixel joint connector. I wonder what this will do. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Connect that there, that there. We need a 1x2 plate in white. All that goes on there. Oh, we're getting pretty tall. There we go. So it's looking kind of tall at the front, but I think we have to match this giant windscreen that's going to go probably right in there. Something like that, I imagine. We'll play with that in a minute, I'm sure. Darkside Brick Circus says, I actually picked up some one-piece sets today, and I now have to get them all. But it was fun building a set that I haven't done in a while. Yeah, so the one-piece sets are, I think, phenomenal. I'm not going to be getting them because I budget. They're a little expensive because they're licensed. They're not badly priced, but they're just a little bit big and expensive. But yeah, I would encourage anyone who has a little extra money and wants to get some really fun, great sets to buy them because they're great. And the show is going to keep going. They got another season coming out. Yeah, a lot of positivity and fun to be had in that theme for sure. Kind of actually makes Star Wars look a little bit like, come on, you could do better Star Wars. Look at One Piece. Look at Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, still making great sets, pretty affordable. Also sent me down the One Piece rabbit hole, although I've only seen the live action and now I'm watching the anime. Oh no! Darkside Brick Circus, no! Oh, we lost him. He's gone. We'll never see him again. No, no. Just as long as you pace yourself, you're fine, Darkside Berserkers. The show, the anime is notoriously very long. There's a lot of seasons, a lot of episodes, which is actually a really good thing. It's good that this show has had so much effort put into it. But yeah, if you are now catching up, that could be a huge thing. I have not seen it. I've seen the live action as well. That was pretty easy to watch. That's like 8 or 9 episodes. It's pretty quick. You can binge watch that if you want. But the anime is, yeah, hundreds of episodes, I'm sure. So, my brother-in-law is a big fan of the anime. I should probably ask him about it and watch it at some point. My brother knows about it. I don't think he's seen any of the episodes, but he knows all the characters somehow. Me and my daughter are doing the backlog show coming up September 27, 28. Nice. So there was the Hamilton show that you guys put on, and then you're doing an backlog show. I didn't know there's that many conventions in New Zealand. I know there's Lego fans in New Zealand, for sure. I feel like Lego is pretty big in New Zealand per capita, but yeah. Interesting. Yeah, sometimes I think that there could be more shows in the United States, and remember, we do have a lot. We pretty much have one per state in most cases, so it's and some smaller ones happening here and there too. So we've got our fair share of Lego conventions. Probably seems like a lot compared to other countries sometimes. So, all right, we got some great transparent purple elements going on here. I love these pieces. These will be great for geodes down the road if I feel like doing that. They're not quite the same color as the purple crystals, but they're similar enough. They might work. But you see that? That's nice. I like those pieces a lot. And it kind of, does it go there or there? Kind of. We'll see. Well, we need to do 2 of these, so we'll do that real quick. Teaver says, haha, your response on knolling. I don't really knoll, but I do a small amount of organizing. I find I do build sets faster that way. You're probably right, Teaver. I am a little harsh on that. But yeah, I think for some people it definitely helps. If you were doing like a big Millennium Falcon or the Death Star, it's probably worth doing that, honestly, so you don't lose something important. I'll do a video on it for people interested and that's how we do it down under. Absolutely, Tim. I need to watch your the Hamilton show coverage at some point because that sounds really interesting. I will check that out when I'm able to. Right now, I gotta keep building for another hour-ish, a little over an hour. But I'll check it out at some point, maybe tonight after if I feel like I'm up for it. VLC says, this set reminds me a lot of my daughter's video Lego boombox, just with purple canopy and wheels. You're right, VLC. This, I think, was a precursor to video. I actually have a little video with me tonight. I had this just in case wanted to do a prequel set to warm us up beforehand and build this little video box. And the reason I got this one a while ago was because of that awesome red dragon head for D&D sets. Before, this one was just gone, couldn't be found, or retired. So I don't know if they'll be making that red head anytime soon. And it matches the blue one from the D&D. Not blue one. The blue one's also from video. The gold one from D&D. So I want to have some Dragonborn faces. I have all of them now, I believe. You have gold, blue, red, green from D&D set. So, but yeah, rip video, gone too soon. Great pieces, great figures, terrible concept, bad advertising. Yeah, video is just painful. Video is sad. Video makes me sad. It was also overpriced too. I remember the boxes being like too expensive. They weren't very good in that regard. It wasn't like, oh, this is a great deal. Like Friends sets are a great deal. The Lego Movie 2 sets were actually a decent deal, and then they went on sale, so they were even better deal. Video didn't have that. Video was just expensive out of the box. So the One Piece sets are a scam. They contain more than one piece. Oh, James, that's pretty funny. Yeah, the One Piece jokes are pretty funny in One Piece. Darkside Berserker says, I agree, Star Wars has dropped the ball last few waves with pricing, but I'm glad there are other themes to get into. Yeah, there's tons of stuff. Castle's kind of back, for example, so we're good. We'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Anselm says, I loved video. I have a theory that these sets were designed for the canceled Lego Movie 3. Wow, Anselm, that's an interesting take. I could totally see that. It has the right vibe, right? It has the right, like I said, this seemed like a precursor to video, which could have been a sequel. So, VLC says, the video boombox reminds me of the new Decepticon Soundwave set. That's one way of looking at it, for sure. What am I doing now? Some black plates here. Right here, here. And another arch piece. That's where these arches are going in. For the entrance. A little bit of teal happening. Some 1x3s. And some supports up here. It's looking pretty good. It almost looks like a big gateway, like a portal, right now. It probably will shape out a little bit. Yeah, never gonna complain about more teal pieces. That's like one of my favorite Lego colors. I'm glad I've acquired a substantial amount of material in this color already. There's always more to be acquired, though. Let's get a few steps in, and then we'll get back to comments in a second here. There we go. We are, I can feel that windscreen about to snap on there. We'll see. I can sense it coming up in the steps order. Perhaps. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes I don't understand sets as well as I think I do. Hello, yeah, I rewatched the live action season today while building, and I'm starting the anime tonight while I'm at work. It will make 10-hour shifts go by fast. Oh yeah, there you go. If you can like have TV going in the background as you're working, that would make it really good. I have been watching movies while sorting down a lot of my 12-hour builds that aren't going to go to any future shows. So yeah, over 1,000 episodes, I believe. That's insane. That's crazy. Someone should turn their video boombox into a transformer. I mean, okay, that sounds like a phenomenal mock idea. I don't have a video boombox, but if I had one, I would be considering that right now. Let's see, how does this fit on there? Is that it? Does it just like kind of manhandle itself there? Yeah, I think that's it. It's a pretty clean windscreen. I like that. It's not supposed to go on yet, though. I think there's a few more pieces, unfortunately. We're still building up on the top here. There we go. And I'm guessing, yeah, these two right here. Gonna have a nice teal arch right there. Teal curve. That goes there. Oh man, not yet. The windscreen isn't going on yet? Well, shucks. We'll have to open a third bag then. There we go. Has everyone gone over to Mark's Lego D&D channel? Subscribe to them or the Mimics will win. Yes, check out the D&D channel. The second episode re-release has just dropped again. Every Friday you should see a D&D video till mid-September, and then we'll get back to live, you know, within the month uploading. So keep an eye out for those. So yeah, Lego D&D. We want we're like secretly wanting that channel to do better than this main channel someday, so that it's just Lego D&D is all we do. We don't build mocks anymore, just play D&D. But yeah, check it out. Mal is our phenomenal GM and has kept us on task so far. So Tim says, we only 1 hour and a half away from Auckland, where for your shows are half a day traveling. That's true, Tim. It's New Zealand is a little smaller than the United States, and I'm sure it's a little bit closer to drive to certain places. Yeah, I've been to shows which are 12 hours away driving many times. It's not fun. Some people, I know, like my friend Moto in Colorado, he drives like 20 plus hours to Chicago every now and then, and it's very impressive. I don't think I would do that, but he goes on the road trip with the U-Haul trailer, and it's impressive to see. What goes there? Oh, these. Okay, I was confused. These guys. I'm a step ahead now. Yeah, I skipped a page. Okay. I need another bracket. There you go. I was going crazy for a second. Like, where does this bracket go? Buy 2 brick for the grill. Yeah, traveling to conventions is the only bad part about conventions. Usually. Conventions are usually pretty fun. I've enjoyed pretty much every convention I've gone to. There's never been like a one convention that was just the worst all the way around. There's always some fun aspect of it. Get a couple red tiles. Transparent red tiles. Minecraft sets are great for basic bricks. True, Grumpy. And Minecraft sets are great in general too. They're good. The minifigures aren't particularly useful for other things because they're very square heads, kind of blocky looking. But the parts are awesome. Parts are fantastic. Okai says, of course, Mousestar. I subscribe right away. The downside is whenever an old episode gets uploaded, I'm disappointed it's not a new one. Yes, we got a couple of weeks of old episodes. Me and Lewis and Mal and Jordan were discussing the other day. We're pretty sure I think it's January when the first episode of this current arc happened. So we're getting close to a year now. So it's like it's closer to a year than not. So we're grinding through the sessions and it's been a lot of fun. So, and we're still not even scratching the surface on all the story that Mal has ready for us that we'll one day get to, assuming our characters survive all these encounters. So. I have a feeling like one of us will die one day. One of our characters will perish, and we'll have to replace them. I have like 3 or 4 backup characters at this point kind of created in my mind to drop in case my little lizard warlock dies, but we'll see. I'm back, says Cross. I was the very first to subscribe to Mark's D&D channel. Cross was the very first to subscribe. I remember that happening. Fantastic. VLC says, video in Europe went on a mega sale in the end. Got the boombox for like $40, and we usually don't ever have clearance sales over here. That's interesting, VLC. I know there was some clearances here in the United States, but maybe not quite to the extent Europe had. Because there was some, but I think the video second wave, I think there was a second or third wave. The second wave video was harder to find over here because it just didn't really get put out. It was kind of a regional thing, so interesting. I know the second wave video figures were expensive over here. So, interesting. Reminds me of Galador back in the day when that was a thing. Same thing happened to Galador. Like, the second wave of Galador got sent to, like, Australia. That's why some of those sets are expensive. So. Crazy stuff. Whenever Lego theme doesn't do well, it gets really interesting. What happens to it? Brick Jedi is here. Good to see you, Brick Jedi. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by. If you're dropping by now, an hour in, feel free to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. Anselm says, there were some video sets that were on clearance in the US for a long time after the theme ended, I remember. Yes, it took a while for them to all finally phase out. You're right. But I think I would be surprised to see a video set still in stock. Because when was that? 2022? 21 and 22, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, they would be. I'd be surprised if they're still there. I'm looking for a brick? No. One before? Is that a headlight brick? It is a headlight brick, okay. I was getting confused for a second. But I'm no longer confused. Just don't want to have to make a huge mistake, go back and fix it. That's the problem. That's what I'm trying to avoid. There we go. I think that's all that's supposed to be there right now. Yeah. Oh, wow. And this is a cool piece. We have to show this off for a second. So, this element is like a interesting kind of gemstone, cut gem looking piece. It's the underside of the elf's dragon egg, if I'm not mistaken, because it's got that interesting pattern on there. And I don't think we have the top piece here, so it's just the underside. I believe I have this piece with both pieces attached. But yeah, interesting. Very, very cool piece. Did not last long enough in sets, but yeah, interesting. I think this is supposed to make it easier to turn the mechanism that we have here. Here we go. It is an interesting color choice too. Maybe they just had a bunch of this one left over from Elves. Now Mark has 14 subs on the other channel. Yeah! Hey, the first video did pretty good for a brand new video on a brand new channel. I got like 80 views, which is fantastic for an hour plus D&D session. So appreciate everyone who's tuned into that. So Darkest Brick Circus says, do you have a favorite or top 3 UCS D2C style sets? Well, direct to consumer, I think the Lego Classic Lion Knight's Castle I think kind of counts in that, and that would definitely be like, it's also pretty expensive. What was it, $300? Yeah, it was fairly expensive. So that one's by far my favorite one. It's the Castle set, not UCS, but for sure. The D&D set is like close to that too, I think. Although I think that one is kind of in Lego stores and stuff too, so not quite the same. But I really like both the Boba Fett and Jango Fett's Slave 1 / Fire Spray, whatever you prefer to call it. Those are really good. So yeah, I haven't purchased those, but I think they're awesome. It kind of would be hard to find the Boba one at this point for a decent price. But yeah, some good sets for sure, Darkside Brick Circus. Although that being said, I don't display a lot of big sets other than those 2 castle sets up there. Most of my room in my studio is for mocks and parts, so a couple big trophies too. I like D&D themed Lego stuff, but I just don't grok with actual D&D. I don't mind those vids on your main channel, but I understand moving them too. Yeah, we moved them for analytics purposes. I was getting the feeling that the long D&D videos and the shorter regular videos were kind of not jiving together, and they were both getting lower views because of the contrast between the two of them. But that's just me. That's a theory, and I don't think it'll... I think the only thing that could happen is the D&D videos get a little bit less views for now, but I think long term it'll be good. So, Okai says, "Are you ever going to do a build based on your D&D campaign?" Almost certainly, Okai. There's a couple cool moments that are already like starting to form as a mock in my mind, but I'm also allowing ourselves to get a little further down in the campaign before I build a big mock for it, because we've only completed 1 boss battle. We've like gotten to level I think 5 or 6 now, and that's not quite released in the episode schedule yet. So yeah, we're starting out. I feel like there's some epic moments yet to come that I may want to cover at some point. So main character arcs have yet to be revealed, things like that. So I'm being patient with building for it, but yes, I do plan on covering it in mock form at some point. I have all the character figures built in my collection for thumbnails, so it wouldn't be that hard to build a scene for them. So, but New Zealand is bigger than England in land size by 40 square kilometers. Hey, that's good. That's awesome. So eventually there could be more people on New Zealand than England, is what we're saying. I'm here for that. No, New Zealand seems like a beautiful country. I want to visit it one day. But again, that's probably the farthest place on the globe from where I live. So one day, when I've made my first million, I'll do that. Anselm says it's called the Lands of Classic Castle, right? That's it. Anselm, there's a link up in the top of this chat. Malister posted earlier. I also posted it on this channel in the post section. If you want to find it, just go to the top of the channel, look by playlists and videos. There's a post section. I just posted the latest video there too. So just dropped a couple hours ago, honestly, 4 hours ago. So yeah, you can watch episode 2. There's first episode, second episode, third episode will drop again this upcoming Friday. So should be fun. Keep an eye out. Yeah, if you need something to listen to in the background, we had a blast with the first few episodes. We almost had a party member die on the first dungeon mission, and it was very tense. Yeah, Mal was giving it to us. He was not letting us off easy at all. So that was a lot of fun. I need a 2x2 round plate, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, just 2 of these. Okay, that's weird. That's kind of odd. Oh. This is an unusual configuration, but it is what it is. These are kind of like washers. Interesting. We'll do that then. Okay. And we'll put that there. Oh, we have to push it. Okay, that works. Little manual turn system for the gear system in the bus. Interesting. You can watch me try to figure out a very basic Lego set on this live stream. Is that 2? No, it's 1. Where's the other one go? What's happening here? Oh, there's a second plate on top. Okay. I had to undo one piece because I snapped one on, thinking that's what they would do, but they did not do that. There you go. Good. Let's read the comments. Grumpy J is a loyal member, absolutely. Subscriber number 15, yay! Anselm, appreciate you. You guys find Minecraft being full Inception loop on Lego? Yes. Short answer, yes, VLC. The blocky look, obviously inspired by Lego. Then Lego took Minecraft and adapted it back into Lego. Even blockier Lego than normal Lego. Lego, Minecraft, Inception, and agreed, VLC. The concept is hilarious. But yeah, I think, Lego predates Minecraft, of course. So then, the fact that I think Lego kind of forced Minecraft to make sets with Lego because Lego was starting to develop their own open world game called Lego Worlds. And I think that they made a deal with Minecraft for sets, and they're like, okay, we'll just quietly shelve this video game forever, and we'll just make Minecraft Lego sets. And that's been, I'm sure, very profitable for them because they've done them for years now. So, very, very interesting how that worked out. So, let's scroll through these comments. Ice Planet, says Tim. Yep, we'll eventually get back to Ice Planet, Tim. It's pretty much done. There's a few more things I want to accomplish, but yeah, we'll get to that at some point. Okai says, just wait till you see what they do with that elf's eggshell. It's brilliant. Oh, okay. Okai giving me some spoilers for later. I don't know if we'll actually make it tonight. We've only got like 45 minutes left on the time of our stream, but I'll get there eventually. We'll do our best. Where am I? I gotta keep building. Don't get too distracted. I think there's a few more of these. James McGee says, the only part of conventions that I don't like is getting past the security guards. Like, dude, it's not your business why I'm carrying a comically large amount of swords and guns. Let me do my... That is true. Are they real guns and swords? Or are they, like, toy ones? Because if they're toy ones, then the guards are being a little bit, overzealous with their work. But if they're real ones, I think they do have a job there. Yeah. Comically large container of guns. That might get you stopped anywhere, James. Unfortunately. Rob Claxton. Good to see you, Rob. Am I seeing things, or is that a Lego master using Lego instructions? Yes, it is, Rob. I'm building a set as a relaxing, lazy evening. We're working on the pop-up party bus from the Lego Movie 2, which the Lego Movie 2 gets kind of a bad rap, and the sets were all put on sale because I don't think there wasn't enough demand for them, or they made too many of them, something like that. Either way, I got this one super cheap because it has great parts. We're remarking on the amazing transparent purple pieces, so very, very good stuff for sure. BR Bricks says, hey all, long-time channel fan, first time catching a stream, hope everyone's doing well. Well, BR Bricks, thank you for tuning in, glad you're able to make it. It's a very chill, relaxed evening today, nothing too strenuous or time sensitive even, I'm really taking my time and building so slow. They're making fun of me. But yeah, we have a good time, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like if you're here, if you're enjoying the stream. So, I hope the D&D theme gets more sets and minifigure waves because the customization options for them are insane. Yes, Darkside Brickcircers, I want to see more D&D for sure. At least there's more castle stuff being made with the Creator 3-in-1 and stuff, and they're selling the castle pieces and battle packs now underneath the castle section. So, There's good things happening, even though we want more. I'll always want more Lego Castle. I think we have a lot more Lego Castle than we did back in 2015, for example. I picked that year very specifically, if anyone knows why. VLC says, the Lego Movie build reminded me a lot of Benny's spaceship. Got that set incomplete in a lot and put all the various colors, old school space figures on it. Also put a Space Commander in place of Kitty. That's probably the way to do it, VLC. Yeah, the Lego, this is kind of giving spaceship vibes for sure with the windscreen and the big vehicular shape so far. Once they put some wheels on it, maybe we'll feel more grounded, but for now, these kind of swoopy elements are feeling pretty extraterrestrial. So, Rob, I'll be packing on Wednesday. Yeah, both Rob and Grumpy will be hanging out with me at the Atlanta convention. Should be a good time. So, we are at 5.5 million compared to 347 million, and England has 60 million. Yeah, that's a lot of millions. So only 5 million people in New Zealand. We got to get those numbers up. We got to get people moving to New Zealand. We'll make it happen, Tim. Don't worry. Yeah, United States has a lot of millions of people, for sure. They're all clogging up traffic in my area. Although I think that's a problem everywhere, unfortunately. Let's see, what are we doing now? We got that piece down. A whole page for one piece. That's kind of superfluous in my opinion. Whatever. We're going to keep going. We've got this light here. It's not... I'll unplug it so it works here. Nice little glowy light. We got a brick. And this goes right here. Interesting. So you can light it up as you're spinning it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me show you guys here. The light probably won't work well for it, but you push this in, and then you spin this. Let's see if I can do it. And it actually causes the light to bounce around. You can see it a little bit there. There you go. It's like a disco light. That's so cool. That's awesome. Okai was talking about that earlier. Now it's all coming together. I love it. So, yeah, this is I don't know why this set got I had oh, everyone doesn't like this set is what my opinion of this was, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So I'm glad I decided to build it instead of just part it out and not worry about it. This has been fun so far. And metallic silver vented slopes here. These are really nice. These kind of shiny silver pieces there. Got a number of them here. So interesting. Yeah, love the disco effect with that piece though. That's best use of that piece I've ever seen. For sure. There we go. Get this next level put in, like so. Yeah, that's a pretty clever parts usage there. I'm happy with that one. Is it like that? Oh, I put it too far forward here. Come on. Now you're gonna be a problem. There you go. And we need a light gray plate underneath. I did make a mistake. I gotta undo a little tiny piece there. Thankfully I didn't get too far before I messed it up. There you go. That's interesting. You gotta push this in, then turn, and it just, yeah, I like that. That's cool. Let's see what the comments say. What's the set number for the set? It is, let me find it, Grumpy. 70828. 70828. So, this is 2019, I think? Yeah, 2019. Noble Bricks. Good to see you, Noble Bricks. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Sorry, the rock piece you had that you could use in Ice Planet. Yes, for sure. There's actually a lot of useful pieces here that would work in Ice Planet. What do you mean? The best theme of Nexonites was around, and we all know your secret level. There was no castle since Turks and Brickzerkers. That was the worst. When did, was it the 2013 Castle Wave? That was the last good Castle Wave for a while. And it wasn't even that good. It was a downgrade from the Kingdoms and the Castle, like the Fantasy era Knights earlier. So yeah, yeah. Come on over, Mark. Hey, one day I want to at least visit. Don't tempt me to move there. I will. It looks beautiful, and it's probably a lot cooler than Georgia. Well, theoretically, a little cooler than Georgia. No, I won't be sweating so much when I go outside. Let's see. Some Technic, which is disappointing. You know, they gotta do what they gotta do here. There we go. This is weird. Odd choice. So, you got this little weird assembly, and they're staying there, but it's weird. Did I do this wrong? No, I did that right. What the heck? Okay. Gotta manhandle that in there. Okay, it's just a big exhaust area that they're building with that. Make sure I do it right the second time. Yeah, I like these metallic pieces. I will be using these in all sorts of mocks. I remember getting some on Lugbulk a while back. These metallic slope pieces. I don't know where they all went. And they're probably a little bit less shiny because they've been rubbing around with other Lego pieces. Getting scuffed up. Come on. Did I do this wrong? Yes, definitely did that wrong. Let's try that again. I made another oopsie. This piece needs to come out. Come on. There we go. Let's get this bag finished and we'll see how we're doing on time. We still got time. We got about 40 minutes left. This stream has felt a little longer than some, but I've also just been really taking my time and chatting, and it's been good. So we're the best rugby team in the world. Hey, Tim, that's something to be proud of. That's a pretty tough sport. That's pretty good. Let's see. No, Atlanta traffic is definitely just bad. We have nothing like that in Alabama. Yeah, Atlanta's pretty bad. Atlanta's pretty bad traffic. There are worse, but I'd say Atlanta is like at least top 20. Top 10 maybe in the United States maybe, but yeah, it's top. It's bad. It's bad. There are worse. I've been through Chicago too. Chicago's really bad at rush hour. That was scary. Even in a rental SUV, it was scary. 2015 was the Nexo era. Yeah, no, worst Castle era. You guys are just ridiculous. You were trying to gaslight me into thinking Nexo Knights was a good theme back in 2015. Let's see. They can make a buildable creature collectible series. That would be fun, actually. I want to see them do more monster manual sets for D&D to add more creatures. So, like, Harry Potter was doing, like, sculptural creatures for a while. Like, with moving wings and stuff. D&D would be awesome. Some dragons, mimics, all sorts of owl bears. That'd be fun. That'd be awesome. That it has less people is the main reason why I'd want to live in New Zealand. Yeah, the lack of millions of people would be a draw for some people. I know as an introverted person, I would enjoy a little more peace and quiet sometimes. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that being a move to New Zealand. Nobody's here. Well, less people are here. Not nobody's here. But yeah, move to New Zealand. It's quieter here. They should hire me to do their advertising for them. Atlanta traffic, ha ha ha. Try Orlando traffic. Orlando's bad too. I've been on the I-4. It's really bad. I don't know which one's worse, but they're both bad. It's a tough time. Oh, that Lego kid. Good to see you, that Lego kid. Hope you're doing well. Make sure we didn't miss any comments. What set are we building? We're building the party bus. It's from the Lego Movie 2. We're working on it. Got some cool lighting features already with the moving dance floor. Oh, I'm out of frame. Moving dance floor lights. Super cool. Fun play features already. Impressed with this set. VLC says, with that purple cannon, you can make a really funky Boba Fett ship. That would be fun. You could even do it like an alternative build of the set. Shapes seem right for it. That's actually totally possible, VLC. It'd be fun to do a different color scheme completely and have like purple windscreen. That'd be fun. Maybe one day. That might have to be a project for another video at some point. Let's put this on top. I wonder what they're going to do with those last few pin connections on the back. Guess we'll find out. So this goes on right here with a little connector doohickey. And, oh, okay, I see what we're doing now. Let's not break it. So you push it in and then you turn. That's awesome. That makes it easier to do. Cool. Alright, let's move to the back. You guys can see the front here. We just got a few tiles to slap on the side here. And like I expected, they're covering over this big wall with like pinstripe tiles, which looks pretty good. Yeah, they're covering that up a little bit on that side. That's good. And more stickers. I don't know if I'm going to go for the whole stickers. We'll see. It does mess up the look if there's not an extra stripe wrapping around here, but... Alright, those two there, and bag 4. We can open bag 4. I don't think we'll get finished with bag 4, but we'll do our best. There we go. Bag 4 is pretty small. We might actually finish this after all. I'm sure I'm giving... If Jessica's still watching, she's bothered by the fact I'm mixing all these pieces together. We got our second Friends-style character, the mini doll character here. Looks like a dance bro. This guy looks like he does yoga. That's actually kind of a fun outfit, though. And I like the teal hair. The party duo. Yeah! Fun stuff. Oh, and I missed his drink here. Looks like he's got a smoothie. Here we go. What was the name of the... It was the Sistar system, right? That was the name of the location of the Lego Movie 2. The Sisters' Room. With the Sisters Lego collection. I'm glad she was into Lego. Because sometimes I think girls are a little less prone to building Lego than guys, even still. I'm sure it's not quite as bad as when I was a kid, but it's probably still a thing that Lego is working on. I feel like the next generation after mine is a lot more balanced than... Because when I was a kid, girls didn't play with Lego. Oh, that's a boy toy. Get him a Barbie. Alright, we got some cheese slopes happening here. There we go. A lot of cheese slopes, actually. We'll put them in there. I am stalling on comments. Let's keep going here. Yeah, Tiver agreeing with me. Atlanta traffic's bad. I live in Florida. Snowbird drivers. Yeah. We saw some of them getting pulled over by the state troopers on our drive back from Tampa Monday. That was pretty funny. Doesn't Atlanta have all those multi-lane roundabouts? I don't know about that, Anselm. I haven't seen a lot of those. I do know that we have like 10-lane highways, if that's what you're asking. So, and I'm talking like 8-10 lanes one way. So it's pretty nutso. Noelbrick says, does anyone else own the Daily Bugle? I just got it for my birthday. I love it so much. That's awesome, Noelbricks. That's a great set. Grumpy J says, I hate those snowbirds. They always invite their friends and family. Yeah, those seasonal travelers to Florida, they can be a pain. As someone who is from Florida, I remember for sure. If you're not from Florida, you might not understand exactly what they're talking about. But yeah, basically it's a person who lives up north during the summer, spring, summer, fall, and then in the winter they'll move down to Florida in their summer home, or no, the winter home, beach house, and they'll live there and drive all the locals there crazy. So it's an interesting phenomenon. Seasonal traveling. Grumpy, and they all drive the same. Exactly. I don't have the Daily Bugle set. It looks like Grumpy doesn't either. Okai says, nah, LA wins for absolute worst traffic ever. Yeah, Okai might be right. I have never been to LA. I've heard it's really bad. Almost 30 million people live in Florida, so we are now closed. Grumpy doesn't want anyone else moving to Florida. Just don't bother. He's too grumpy. Don't do it, folks. I'm sure more people will unfortunately move to Florida, much to the bane of Grumpy J. Yeah, there's like I want to say 16, 17 million people in Georgia. We're not quite as many as Florida, but we're getting there. It's pretty numerous state as well. Of course, I think California has us all beat. Okai has to deal with a lot more people than we can even comprehend. Hello, I'm with you there. LA traffic is terrible, hence I stay on the outskirts, hence the hope to move out of the state soon. That's what I hear, Darkside Berserkers. Unfortunately, people in California want to be somewhere else. It's not a good sign. I'm sure people who do want to stay in California, but I know I've personally met some people who moved out of California because they wanted a little more peace and quiet. It happens. We got the best ski fields. Hey, skiing areas. That sounds pretty fun. That's unique. Yeah, we don't have any skiing here in Georgia. It rarely snows in Georgia. I think there might be skiing in Tennessee and sometimes, but yeah, not a lot of not a big winter sports area here. BR Brick says, yeah, as bad as snowbirds are here, LA probably takes the cake for worst driving. The fact that 3 people from LA have said they have the worst driving is giving me some indications that they might be right. I'm taking you guys' word for it here. Yeah, Florida and Georgia can't be far off. I've been to New York as well, driven around New York, and it's like New York City, pretty bad drivers too. A lot of bad drivers all over the world. Seems like the busier a place gets, the worse traffic gets. Seems like a trend. Well, I know this party bus is going to be a good driver and not run anybody over. Oh, man, I missed a few plates here and there. Let's see, what did I miss? Just one, okay. Is there anything there? Oh, 1x6. There you go. Yeah, the party bus won't be contributing to traffic or emissions because it's powered on happy, magical sparkles. So, unlike the bad traffic of the real world, the party bus is oblivious to all that. There we go. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of these little rounded, they almost look like little hippo teeth, these little rounded top pieces. And these are all going on the back for, I'm guessing what is like a hinge for the roof of this thing. But it's pretty secure so far. Get this all snapped down. Jim, you have hobbits. No more orcs. Yeah, the orcs aren't in New Zealand anymore. I lived in Tampa 30 years ago. I missed that time of life, but I couldn't see living in Florida now. Says the guy in Alabama. I don't see living here forever either. Alabama is kind of like, you're making a choice to live in Alabama too. So yeah, that's a lot of people living in the Southeast, but is it glamorous? Not always. Did somebody say yoga? James is like, yoga? Although, it's not Disney World. It's way better, bigger, more to do with the better weather. I lived there for 2 years, and the humidity is much more manageable than over 100 outside, drying out like a baked chicken. I had to pass to both and went to both numerous times. Disney World is better, minus it missing Marvel Land. Hopefully coming to Disney World soon. Interesting. 24-Hour Bricks is here. Good to see you, 24-Hour Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. 24-Hour Bricks is here 24 hours a day. Yeah, I've experienced LA traffic. No thanks. Worst I've ever seen. See, Teaver agrees, and he's from Alabama. Or lives in Alabama. I don't think he's from Alabama. Yeah, I'm thinking LA might be taking the cake for worst traffic. I'm sure there's like online polls that can give us more information, but that's what we're working with right now is a small sample size. Ooh, some black plates to combine everything together here. This is a pretty sturdy vehicle. They've made it strong enough to not break. That's good. Let's do that. And this. We're making like a second story right now. You can't quite see it, but that's what it looks like. Push this in and turn the lights. Super cool. Yeah, what's our time? Hour and a half. We're doing all right. Not bad. Could be worse. I'm still building slow, but I'm sure you all will forgive me for building a little slow today. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. I'd like to have a summer home in New Zealand so I can avoid summer altogether. Anselm's got the right plan. Yeah, just winter travel. Winter. You're up in wherever cool place you want to live, and then summer on the northern hemisphere. You go down to winter in the southern hemisphere in New Zealand and enjoy the cool, fresh weather down there. Brilliant. I like Anselm's plan. That's a good plan. I would like to go to the Lego shop in Germany where they got the bulk Lego pieces. That's a very cool experience, Tim. I have not done that, but I have friends who have, and they all really like it. Apparently, it's a very good deal on Lego bricks. So that's why I moved to northern Florida to get away from people. Small town of 600. That's a pretty small town, Grumpy. That's you probably know most of your neighbors in that kind of environment. So. Or maybe you don't know anybody at all. Maybe you just like to be alone. Let's see. Put this one down here. There's a little kind of accessory light. Looks good. All right. Just a few more tiles to go in bag 4, and then we can move to bag 5. That's hardly completing the set because there's 8 bags. But yeah, we made a little bit of progress today. That's good. I'll have to finish this again. I won't be streaming next weekend because I'll be in Atlanta hanging out with Grumpy J and Rob Claxton. But we'll be doing another stream. No, not after that either because we got another convention. But we'll do another stream at some point. We might have to do a midweek stream between all these conventions if we don't have enough time to stream. Because I want to try and do one every week if possible. So we'll see. We'll work it out at some point. BR Brick says, Tim, that's my fever dream, man. LOL, me too. Heck yeah. I lived in Navarre near Pensacola up north. It was perfect. Yeah, northern Florida is interesting. It's still pretty hot, but at least there's less people. So. I have to save my pennies though. I want to buy so many bricks. Yeah, there's some great ways to spend money on Lego. Most of them are expensive, but that's one of the more affordable ones is to go to the Legolands and get those deals. So, the Legoland Germany is doing something special. I hope the other countries' Legolands pick up on it too. Let's see, what am I doing? Got that? Getting this? No? Here you go. This goes on the back. And these go here. Oh. Yeah, just like that. Interesting. We got it. All right, moving to the next page. Lots of cheese slopes. Can do. There we go. Put those on. Put those on. I think it might be time for a Gatorade break. We're an hour and 40 minutes into the stream. My voice is getting a little tired. A little weary. Not too bad, though. Nothing a little Gatorade can't fix. Let's put these down. Awesome. So, yeah, I like the lines happening in the back there. Getting a vibe, for sure. It's filling out nicely. We'll put it that way. Snatch a Gatorade real quick. Okay, says, fortunately, I'm also outside of LA and work remotely, so I have to deal with traffic occasionally. That's good, okay. Yeah, that would be rough to commute that every day, I could imagine. VLC says, moving away from other people is what grumpy ones do. Traffic also makes me really grumpy, so I commute by bike. 3,600 kilometers every year, according to Google tracking. That's a lot of commuting by bike, but it's probably nicer than driving a car, right? There's probably less people biking, less running into people, less slowing down, less traffic. So good for you, VLC. That's awesome. Yeah, Darkseid Brick Circus says, out of the U.S., I've heard India and Dubai traffic is another monster in itself. I'm sure there are many countries in the world, like China's got to have crazy traffic too, because they all drive cars. So yeah, we have no idea. I'm sure the United States has some pretty bad traffic, but there's got to be other countries that can even make that look small by comparison. So, just by sheer number of vehicles on the road. Yeah. All right. We're putting in some party lights here. Let's get do we need some more plates? We got one. Oh, it's just one plate and then tiles everywhere else. Okay, we'll do that. We can make that happen. Trans light blue, trans pink, and trans yellow going in. Very party-esque lights here. Let's get some trans light blues. Trans pinks. There we go. And one more trans yellow to fill in this section here. Okay. Anything else? We're good? We're good. And we're putting in a little DJ booth. Kind of like Grumpy's DJ booth. That'll be fun. And another sticker they want me to apply. I'm not going to do it. Womp womp. We got the spinners here. Very nice. I like it. And that goes right there. This is probably for, I'm guessing Yoga Guy goes up here. He can be DJ with his Slurpee. Let's get these Technic lift arms. Get two of these. And put them right in here. Yeah, there you go. This is probably just to secure the back more securely. And two of these. And two of these. Right. Where do they go? Right below. Just to help even more. And then these go there. Any plates underneath? No, just the raw piece. Let me show you guys what I've been building back here. Hold on one second. So it's a little chaotic back there, but it's a lot of shiny grill tiles. Just kind of a big inverted shape. Almost looks like a ship. Interesting. Well, bag number 4 completed. We're going to open bag number 5. We've got about 15 minutes left-ish. We'll keep building. Almost 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate you guys staying up late, especially if you're in Europe. Like VLC. What is the set's number? Oh, Anselm's got it for us. 70828. But it's the Friends Party Bus. Oh, not Friends. Lego Movie 2 Party Bus. I say Friends because it has Friends mini doll figures in it. Very friendly set. Googly says, traffic here in Western Canada is non-existent aside from Vancouver. I mean, that tracks, Googly. Western Canada, the coast has got to be fairly well populated, but once you get in the interior, it's probably a little bit sparse. Probably not a lot of people living in, like, Alberta and stuff. But no, that's probably Central Canada. Anyway, Canada's a big country, huge country, and a little more space, a little more breathing room. So, if only Ice Planet was a real place we could visit during summer, that would be nice. Okay, I'm sure one day people will be in very cool climates in a distant future, assuming we make it. Let's look at the parts we've got here. What are we doing? Yeah, I could visit Hoth in the summer. That would be pretty fun. 4 1x1 white plates. Ugh. Let's do it. This is I'm glad for the part selection, but I don't like assembling this. Like, the amount of small pieces is great, because these will be useful in all sorts of projects down the line. But right now it's not fun. There you go. Get some plate modified with 2 studs are missing. I don't even know what that's called, actually. There you go. Mm-hmm. 2 more of those. We got a few more plates stuck on, then I'll read some comments here. Yeah. Is that wrapping around the corner? It is. Keeping those lift arms nice and secure. Come on. There we go. Mm-hmm. At least these New Zealand beaches don't have needles in the beaches like Bondi Beach. Oh, yeah. Have a sip of your sponsor. Yeah, not a sponsor. Gatorade. One day I'll get them. That's the goal. Tim says, your drink is the same color as your shirt, Mark. Absolutely it is, Tim. Oh, the Nate Raider says, any plans for the purple windscreen? Not at the moment, Nate, but I got some great comments. I'm not even sure who suggested it a while back, but it was to make a big Slave 1 / fire spray and use this as a purple windscreen. And so basically make the UCS Slave 1, but then with a completely different color scheme, trying to make it somehow integrate with this purple one, which would be really fun. Kind of challenging, but it would be a hilarious build. So eventually I'd love to try that, but for now I've got this big purple windscreen. It also reminded me of the Spybotics sets back in the early 2000s. We were talking about that way early in the stream. And yeah, just excited to have this piece in my collection, as well as the other fun ones we'll get to soon. There's some weird ones that I'm looking forward to digging out here. But yeah, good to see you, Nate. Hope you're doing well. I think Nate might still be close to Brick Slopes and might be preparing for that convention. So if you're going, Nate, let us know how that's going to go. BR Brick says, I'm one of those heathen Star Wars mock builders that I'm slowly realizing there will never be enough dark and light gray bricks. Hey, we still appreciate the Star Wars mock builders. I think Star Wars set collectors can get a bad rap sometimes, but the mock builders, I always love a good Star Wars mock. So it can be a little void of color, but that's okay. You're doing your best. So poor Gators not getting their meds because Mark drinks a lot. Exactly. It's lunchtime here in New Zealand. Good grief, Tim. That's it's getting to be in the evening here in the United States. That's funny. James McGee says, Mark does new stickers. Lego sticker design. My spidey sense is tingling. Yeah, I'm driving some, I guess Lego purists and sticker enthusiasts up the wall, but I'm planning on taking the set apart afterwards. Sorry, spoilers, but yeah, I'm enjoying the build, but it doesn't mean that it's going to stay together for very long. So I will be using all these pieces in future projects. Teal, white, azure, coral. These are 2 great colors to not enjoy building mocks with later. So, but for now, we're just going to finish the bus first. And I don't think we'll be able to finish it tonight, so I'll post a picture on the posts section, maybe even on my Instagram stories, and be like, hey, we got the bus done. Now it's going in the bin. So, yep. I bought this for the parts, but I'm enjoying the build. So. VLC says, did you perhaps watch a comedy movie called The Big Bus from 1976? It's a nuclear-powered bus driving cross-country from New York City to Colorado. The back turbine on the set looks a bit like that. Interesting. I have not seen that movie, VLC. I'll have to watch that at some point. It sounds hilarious. Because now I'm a fan of buses. That's interesting. Oh, and we got those bricks here. I'm trying to not miss too many steps on this thing. There we go. And there's a black 2x2 plate there. We got that. There we go. Oh, we're building a huge boombox roof or something here. This is wild looking. Okay. Saw the little preview picture. I need to watch that movie, VLC. It sounds funny. Hello, BR Bricks. I've tried to branch out to more than just Star Wars because of the only building in gray problem. Yeah, that can be an issue, I can imagine, BR Bricks. But, yeah. Darkside Berserkers, if you need inspiration for cool Lego themes, Darkside Berserkers is, doing all the video games, all the movies that, no, I don't see a lot of other people building, so it's really good to see. So, you see a lot of those mocks being featured on my mock review series. Unfortunately, this week there's a little bit of a break because the convention's kind of messing with my schedule, but we'll be back again soon. That might be what I do instead of a live stream next week. I'll do a mock review instead. Keep that series going because I don't want to completely lose track. So, A little break for conventions is fine because conventions are pretty important. They're time sensitive, and I'm contractually obliged to be there, so it's important. Dark Side, right? I just ordered 800 dark and light gray for my first big mock, and I'm 100% convinced it's still not enough. It's never enough BR bricks, unfortunately, but you'll eventually acquire enough, and if you're hardcore enough to take apart your creations after you're done to build a new one, you can recycle your pieces and eventually get to have enough. Like, almost enough. Like, I have almost enough pieces in most colors to accomplish most reasonably sized projects, so it's possible. I did a bacon, egg, hash brown, and cheese sandwich grumpy. That sounds amazing, Tim. Now I'm hungry. I might have to get a snack before I go to bed. That sounds like a great lunch. Interesting. Yeah, this is because they're paying very precise attention to the lines of the vehicle. We're having to be careful with the color palette. I'm trying to figure. Oh, this just slides over it, doesn't it? So that's what it's going to do, and it's just going to open up, like, it's going to have wings. Interesting. Let's get some magenta 1x1s in here. A lot of 1x1 plates. This is like parts padding, essentially. Lego trying to make this set look bigger than it is by having tons of 1x1 plates. There we go. And now we got 1x2 plates. Yep. I could have seen that coming. There we go. We still got some time left, though. We're good. We're not in a rush. We're not hurrying. That's okay. One set I do need to acquire at some point is the new Castle 3-in-1. The new Creator 3-in-1 Castle, because it's got some great figures. It's a castle. I'm trying to buy pretty much all the not crazy priced castles to support Lego castles. So I need to buy that at some point, make that purchase. I just haven't gotten around to it. And I could go online and get it, I suppose. That would make sense. Might have to do that. Because I don't know if I'm going to get to a Lego store anytime soon, because I'm just busy. We'll make it happen. Let's see. Got that done. We need a 1x6 plate on either side. That'll work. And a glass of port. There you go. Tim living the life over there. I love it. Luca Parsons. Good to see you, Luca. Hope you did well. Hey, just dropping in on some downtime at work. Been a while. How you guys doing? Doing pretty good, Lucas. Just working on a set, a party bus from the Lego Movie 2. Been a lot of fun so far. Some great play features we'll have to cover at some point. Very fun set. I'm glad this was in my backlog of sets and that I'm actually having some time to build it. So glad I decided to build it, not just part it out, which I have done with some sets in the past. Enjoying the build experience a little bit. Get some more hinge plates in here. This entire mechanism we're working on right now is somewhat complicated, though. We'll see how this all turns out. If it's as good as the rest of the set has been so far, it should be fun. Let's do some 1x1s. Lots of cheese slopes, too. Not complaining, just remarking. There we go. Bin drop vid incoming. Do I bother dropping a set this old into the bin? Normally it's like I try and make fun of new sets when I do that, and I haven't done that in a while either. We'll see if I feel like, you know, does a good set deserve to be dropped in the bin? Maybe it does. I'll think about it. It would be kind of funny. I always enjoy doing it. And a bus would be a nice, you know, shape to drop in there. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we're doing it right. There we go. Okay, so we got this big contraption. And we're very much paying attention to the lines on the outside. You see how complicated this assembly is. Got some boom boxes on the inside. There we go. Got a slope in there too. Mm-hmm. Let's put these slopes in there too. Well, got to prep for closing already. If I don't get back, have a good night all. P.S. Next tonight mock video when, Mark? Lucas will make it happen eventually. I believe you're actually a fan of that theme, which is saddening to remember. But no, we'll make it happen at some point. I really just need to track down all my Next Night figures to make it happen, because it wouldn't be the same without the characters. And I know I have pretty much all of them. And if I don't, I can get them on Bricklink for pretty cheap, I imagine. Actually, some of them have probably gone up a little bit, because I know kids liked the show, unfortunately. Unfortunately, some people in their youth, in their innocence, were bamboozled by the awful theme of Next Nights. There's a new Black Pearl, like a UCS. That is one thing that they're working on, BR Bricks. That's like been leaked, rumored for a while. So probably, I would assume it's pretty safe to say that there is very likely to be a new Black Pearl set, probably around Christmas, if I were to make a guess. That, and I've seen a lot of stuff for a new Star Trek ship. I don't believe the images that are sent out, though. Those could easily just be a render that somebody's kind of applying to a rumor. But we'll see if that's an actual picture. VLC says the bus in the movie I mentioned was actually built with 2 real double-decked buses with a hinge between so it can turn. It had a bowling alley and a panorama piano bar with dance floor on board. VLC, that's insane. That's crazy. I want to watch that movie just to see this bus now. Yeah. What was it called? Let me figure out the title one more time. Let's scroll up here. The Big Bus. The Big Bus. I'll have to watch that. That is wild. September 12th. Okay, so before Christmas, but it's still holiday season set. Did you hear about the Build Your Hobby contest, Lego Ideas? They're having a vote this week on the future gift with purchase, and I have an entry in the running. A VR headset. Would appreciate the vote. Oh, okay, I'll check that out. Lego Ideas. Build Your Hobby contest. VR is a good hobby. That's a good one. BR Bricks says hashtag my poor wallet. Yes, we feel it too, BR Bricks. We are all in that boat sometimes. Not complaining, just remarking. Exactly. I saw someone point out the creator dragon has a castle in the background similar to the 3-in-1 castle, which has the dragon in the background. That's fun. Yeah, there's a little bit of a connection there in the box art for sure. That is I saw that same post, I believe, Teaver. So. And now my Star Wars mock progress comes to a screeching halt to buy and build the Black Pearl. Hey, BR Bricks, we all gotta make sacrifices. What next pieces? There's a few more things I can snap on before we finish this stream. We've got like 2 minutes left. And I'll probably be ending it on time because I'm a little tired. I think I need a snack after hearing about Tim's excellent lunch in New Zealand. So, we'll do that. But yeah, let me get that and that and that. Okay, we just need a bunch of these hinges we can put on there. And we do that and then fold them down. Interesting. A lot of white hinges could have been useful for landscape building an ice planet, but we'll, you know, that's neither here nor there. We'll make it work. Ice planet is looking pretty good. It looked very nice at Tampa now that I've gotten a bunch of tiles put on. Those tiles coming in clutch. Can't wait for the Star Trek Enterprise set. Me too, Grumpy. I'm gonna have to buy that one when it comes out because that is Star Trek is very near and dear to me, and I will be so overjoyed that Lego is finally getting around to that theme. I feel like it could sell well because I feel like a lot of the people who buy Star Wars and like big fancy Lego sets also would like Star Trek. So we'll see. I think there's enough people who are interested in that kind of thing. Is this right? Am I doing this right? I think so. Yeah, okay. That's weird though. Oh wow, we're at 2 hours, so we'll start to wind it down now. Definitely won't finish the build. We got 3 more bags and a little bit more to do. But I will finish building this probably over the weekend, since this is a rest weekend between conventions, and I'll post a picture of it, maybe a story. Maybe I'll even drop it in the bin if I'm feeling really violent. So keep an eye out for all that. That should be fun. But thank you everyone for watching this stream, chatting with me, having a good time, socializing with other LEGO fans. It's been a great time. We'll eventually do all these sets behind me. We'll get to Grogu and we'll get to the Friends Theater, but that's probably for a stream later in September, October, November, all that good stuff. And we'll hopefully get back to streaming some mocks again too. Stuff that's easy enough to build on a live stream that's mostly one color. Landscapes are great, and I know I want to make some castle landscapes coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. But let me read a few more comments before we go. Got that one. Got that one. Next tonight, mock potential. Like the great Shia LaBeouf said, do it! Just do it! Exactly. There is some mock potential in next tonight's, unfortunately. I'm going to have to dig it out of there, but we'll make it happen. Let's see. I'm hoping it'll start more Star Trek ships. I'd love to see a Klingon bird of prey, for example. That'd be awesome. There's some great Star Trek vehicles to make in LEGO, especially midi scale. You could do anything they wanted. Borg cube. Yes, Teaver, UCS Borg ship. SFAM Studios says, hi, I'm back. The build looks great. Thanks, SFAM Studios. We're just wrapping up now, but let me show you this cool play feature. Okai knew it was coming, but didn't spoil it for us. You can turn the dial, and the lights move around. It's so cool. It's great. A very fun play feature. I'm thinking about a Minecraft Borg cube. Yeah, Minecraft style, because it's this big cube. That'd be fun. Let's see. Black Pearl is like $100 too much, though. Oh, really? Interesting. Well, that's how a lot of those great sets can be sometimes. Ends up says Grub J, come with a build of the Marquee Raider to scale with a new Enterprise. Nice. That'd be fun. I think they already made that TV. It was called the original Minecraft crafting table. Exactly. That's the one. LEGO obtained the license from Disney. Interesting. Good to know. All right. BR says, have a good Nexo night, everyone. A great stream, great chat. Grumpy for life, says VLC. Absolutely. Make sure to like the video for sure. Thank you, SFAM Studios. And thank you, Tim. Thanks again, Mark. As always, great stream. Appreciate you, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. We will see you on the next one. Keep an eye out for, I think the mock review video for next week will be the next video coming out soon. Also, check out D&D on the other channel. Links in the post section of this channel. You can find it there. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you. Bye-bye.